I can't in good conscience start the peace talks while the Ascendant Lord, the man I knew as Lord Bacaro, is out there doing who knows what. I'm afraid I need your help again, my friend. We must keep the Druid King's regalia out of Bacaro's hands.
Oh, Bacaro already has a gauntlet. Oh, that's right. He was given with the gauntlet to safekeeping. That's right, because he was there. But Count Stefan and Druid Laurel have the crown and staff.
Then we must assume that Count Stefan and Druid Laurel are in danger. If Lord Bacaro truly believes he's the heir to the Ivy Throne of the Druids, he'll stop at nothing to get his way. We must go to Galen and defend the remaining regalia.
What do you need me to do? That's surprising he didn't try taking it before he left.
Druid Ravana and I will get Zaji to sail us to Galen. While we collect the staff from the Stonelore Circle, I want you to go to Count Stefan and protect the Druid King's crown. We'll meet you at Castle Mornard as soon as we can.
Alright, I'll head to Vastir and help Count Stefan then.
I'll leave Captains Colleen and Suzo to guard the Alliance leaders while we go to Galen. First we protect the regalia. Then we stop Lord Bacaro, or the Ascendant Lord, or whatever he calls himself. Now, get to Vastir and protect the crown.
Why can't we just start the peace talks?
Because we don't know how far-reaching Bacaro's conspiracy is. The Alliance leaders are safe inside the palace, with their loyal captains watching over them. And we don't want them to hear of this betrayal yet. It would end the talks in a flash.
What happens if Lord Bacaro gets all the items of the Druid King's regalia?
I don't really know. I'm not an expert on Druidic law and prophecy. According to what you and Ravana discovered, Bacaro believes he's a direct descendant of Kasserine, the last Druid King. If he gains the regalia, he could make a claim for the title.
And the Druid circles would have to accept their king?
I never underestimate anything when it comes to religious fervor, my dear. If nothing else, his connection to this legacy gives him a legitimate claim to power through his mother's bloodline. And many might see the Ivy Throne as preferable to the Ruby one.
How are you feeling, Lady Arabelle? The antidote work?
Druid Ravana's elixir has done wonders. I feel stronger already. Still, I was weak from the poison for a long time. I expect my recovery will be slow but persistent. Don't worry, dear. I'll leave the dangerous work to you and Ravana for now.
Zaji?
Zaji's newest perfect pounce is the most perfect pounce yet. This one promises to get Lady Arabelle to Galen without alerting Bacaro or his Ascendant Order. Zaji is good at being quiet, like a shadow he is. No matter what Casca might tell you.
I'll accompany Lady Arabelle to Glimmertarn and make sure the Druid King's staff is safe. We'll catch up with you in Vastir. Be careful, my friend.
Let's go.
I always thought that Lord Bacaro was too good to be true. I should have eaten him when I had the chance. Now we have to chase him down on Galen.
You know, my biggest worry is goddamn Yarn's son there. I can't remember his name. Since it's not an alliance leader, just him there as a representative. I suspect he might get murdered.
Well?
He is important enough for something to happen to him. But he's not a leader, so if he does die, that gives reason for the war to continue on.
I thought our troubles were over after all the death and destruction, but something worse is coming, Veda.
I feel it too, like a dark storm on the horizon.
I'm worried, Veda. I don't think Galen's troubles are over.
Hey, you guys are okay?
Be wary, friend. The islands grow angry. Something tries to fully awaken Mount Firesong, and I fear what consequences that will bring.
The Ascendant Order on Galen? Hard to believe. Then again, I've seen dragons and elsewhere and dark anchors in High Rock, so I suppose anything is possible.
You've seen them? You went there?
Search the castle. If there are more rogue knights, I want them in chains.
We routed them from the library, but I'll make sure nothing was damaged or stolen.
And Stefan.
I'm glad to see you again, friend. I just wish your arrival didn't coincide with another crisis.
Going on like we don't already know.
A contingent of knights from the Society of the Steadfast entered the castle. Not in and of itself a concern, we are allies after all. But we weren't informed of a visit. When one of my knights saw them go into the library, she went to investigate.
What'd your knight find?
She discovered them ransacking the library. They attacked her, but she was able to fend them off and summon help. My knights routed the villains, but we're unsure if anything was stolen, or if there are more of them hiding elsewhere in the castle.
It's probably the Ascendant Order. They recently stole the armor from Society.
The Ascendant Order? The rogue knights that gave you trouble back on High Isle. What would they be seeking in my castle?
We discovered that Lord Bacaro is actually the Ascendant Lord, and he wants the Druid King's regalia, so... Yeah, that's what's going on right now.
And those imposters must have been looking for the Druid King's crown. Come, we need to check the library at once. And later, I want to hear more about your accusations concerning Lord Bacaro.
Don't tell me put the crown in the library.
I assumed it would be safe enough locked in a case in the library until I could make other arrangements. We had no reason to believe the relics were in danger. Besides, I only returned to the castle a moment before you arrived.
Where were you when the intruders arrived?
At the docks preparing to receive Lord Bacaro's ship and the relief supplies he'd promised. It never arrived. I suppose that was all part of the ruse based on what you just told me. Now, let's go make sure the crown is still safely locked away. The library is this way.
I'm going this way. Eee! Alright, we'll go up here.
Then those imposters must have been looking for the Druid King's crown.
Alright, alright. You said you put in a display case? Why would they need to destroy everything here?
I locked the crown in a case hidden behind one of the bookshelves.
Oh, hidden.
With any luck, they didn't find it before my knights drove them off. Let's look around. Damn their eyes, they ransacked the place. Let's see if the case is still here.
You're too late, fools. The crown belongs to the Ascendant Order now.
What are you still doing here then, huh?
No, the case is empty. But how do they know to search the library, let alone behind the shelves? They stole the crown right out of my own castle. How is this possible? You said Lord Bacaro is behind this. I think you better tell me what you know.
Lord Bacaro is the Ascendant Lord, and he believes he's the descendant of the last Druid King.
If you go back far enough, most Bretons have a druid hiding somewhere in their bloodline, but so many records have been lost. How could he be certain? Regardless, why the ruse with the peace talks and the Ascendant Order?
He wants to be crowned the Druid King, and replace the Ruby Throne with the Ivy Throne. Yay!
So Bacaro was behind it all. The attempts on the lives of the Alliance leaders, the death of the Archdruids of Reval and my father. Wait, Druid Laurel. The staff, Laurel and Free, are in danger.
Lady Arabelle went to Stone Lore encampment to warn the Druid Laurel, so...
Orlaith may have believed in a new age, but Bacaro is leading us toward the Green Scourge. King Cassarain's prophecy of the return of the Druid King. It predicts two possibilities. Either an era of peace and harmony, or a time of nature run amok.
What should we do?
Go to Glimmertarn and make sure Laurel and the staff are safe. I'll gather what knights I can spare. See if Captain Siravane is willing to aid us once more. I have a feeling we'll need all the help we can get to stop Bacaro and his Ascendant Order.
Captain Servana is still on the island?
Siravane is a mercenary, but she and her Gilded Blade proved themselves trustworthy against the Dreadsails and the Firesong. Since then, we've been paying her to help with the relief efforts. We needed every ship we could hire.
Bearing supplies and the wounded is one thing. Is she going to agree to fight alongside us?
I won't know until I ask. And if she refuses, you'll still have House Mornard at your side in the battle to come. Now hurry, my friend. Go make sure the staff and Druid Laurel are safe.
Mm-hmm. Lord Bacaro's been playing the long game, hasn't he?
Up we go.
Druidkin! Oh, thank Ifray you're here. Something terrible has happened. This way!
Huh? Alice?
Lord Bacaro betrayed us. He took the Druid King's staff. Please, speak to Druid Laurel. She needs your help.
Where's Free?
Damnation! Lord Bacaro, he betrayed us!
Tell me what happened.
Lord Bacaro and a contingent of steadfast knights arrived with their usual crates of supplies. He took me aside, warned me that the Ascendant Order was after the Druid King's regalia. He wanted to make sure the staff was still safe.
What did you do then?
Blight it all. But I did just what you'd expect. He's our ally, or I thought he was. I showed him that the staff was safe, and he grabbed it. Ordered his knights to hold us back. He has all three of the regalia, friend. All three.
What happened then?
We tried to resist, but we were no match for his knights. Then Bacaro displayed the regalia, proclaimed himself the Druid King, and commanded Free to follow him. And they did. That's when Lady Arabelle arrived. Wait, Stefan, is he all right?
Count Stefan's fine. Where's Lady Arabelle right now?
As soon as I explained what happened, Lady Arabelle and her companions went after Bacaro. I told them we saw him leading Free toward Ifray's path. I stayed behind to tend to the wounded. But this smacks of the Green Scourge. I'll go with you.
Any idea why Lord Bacaro would take Free the Ifray's path?
How should I know how that blighter thinks? Lady Arabelle told me that he's the Ascendant Lord, which now makes sense. As soon as he revealed his treachery, his knights threw off their cloaks and revealed themselves to be the Ascendant Order.
You said he claimed to be the new Druid King. What happens now then?
I'm not sure. Other than Orlaith, no one else has ever attempted to claim the title. At least not to my knowledge. Is it enough to just possess the regalia? Is that why he needs Free? To legitimize his claim? I'm not sure. Still,
Bad.
This is bad.
Bad in what way, Laurel?
In every way. Everything I know tells me the Druid King can command nature. Wield it like a tool or a weapon. If the title is taken by force, the prophecy tells us it begins an age of destruction. The Green Scourge.
Tell me about the Scourge.
It's from the dream of Cassarain, the prophecy of the Druid King. One choice, one will, one binding word shall bless or scourge all lands. Since those lines were carved into the Telling Stone, they've become the basis for our two possible futures.
And those two possible futures are?
The blessing of the Green Reward, or the curse of the Green Scourge. One ushers in an age of harmony with nature. The other predicts a world under siege by an angry and vengeful wilderness. Two possibilities. One Druid King.
And what determines which of these two futures come about?
The Druids have argued about that for generations. From what you found at Ivyheim, it's clear Cassarain believed the reward would come when the Circles reunited and selected a new king, while a usurper would summon the Scourge. A tyrant like Bacaro.
Oh, so you're gonna have to deal with that
We
shit
lost
now.
Bacaro and Ifray's path. Lady Arabelle is still out there.
Thank you, Nairon. The Druidkin and I will take it from here.
Iron, what'd you find?
We tracked Lord Bacaro and his knights into Ifray's path, but lost their trail. Lady Arabelle is still out there searching.
That's it?
Lord Bacaro wielded the regalia. Could he really be the new Druid King? I don't know what to think about this.
Just lay him on the ground anyways. I didn't. Down there, right?
This is the trail they took into Ifray's path. Over there. That's one of Lady Arabelle's companions.
Five Claw! Oh, thank the moons! The others followed Lord Bacaro. Go and help them.
Aren't you?
Lady Arabelle is very brave. Barely recovered from nearly dying, and already chasing villains into a desolate and scary valley. Hurry, Five Claw. You must go help her.
Why are you here alone?
Zaji decided to wait out here for you, Five Claw. Yes, Zaji waited to direct you. It is easy to get lost in such places, yes?
Yes.
Lady Arabelle followed the Ascendant Lord. Should Zaji call him that now?
Probably. Well, Druid Laurel. And I will go find Zaji then. Oh, Druid Laurel and I will find them, Zaji. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you, Five Claw. Zaji will go back to the Druid village and wait for you there. Look for Casca. She is a great tracker. If she hasn't found Bacaro yet, she will shortly.
Why don't you come with us, Zaji? Come on, adventure.
They went this way.
Guess I went down that way, right?
Look, that's the giant cat that accompanied Lady Arabelle.
Good to smell you, Five Claw. Rivanna thinks Bacaro came here for a purpose. He's not far ahead.
2 guards inside her feet.
Rivanna told me to wait here. She wanted to make sure that Druid Laurel or whoever came after us knew where to go. She doesn't know what the Ascendant Lord is up to exactly, but she's sure he came to this place for a reason.
So, where are Lady Arabelle and Druid Rivanna then?
They headed west and followed Bacaro into Ifray's path. Bacaro left some knights behind to slow us down, but I took care of them. Did you happen to see Zaji on your way here?
Yep. He decided to head back to Glirbatarn.
Now that you're here, I'll head back too. I could be more helpful at the Druid village than in a cramped cavern. You might not believe this, but sometimes my size can be a hindrance.
Oh no. No, saying it
Make
so.
sure to bite Bacaro a few times for me.
The ruins on the western wall of the hollow. That's got to be where everyone headed.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
There's a druid ahead.
Over here, my friend. Lady Arabelle followed them through that door.
Hey, Rivanna, Laurel meet each other. Friends! Druid friends! Yay!
I visited Ifray's path many times. This passage used to be covered in thick vines and thorns. Lord Bacaro must have cleared them away to reach that door. Let's go inside and see what he's after.
Lady Arabelle said you'd find us. Told me to wait here and point the way. She followed Bacaro, the Ascendant Lord, through that door over there. Go help her. I'm still not sure she's fully recovered from the effects of the poison.
Ajay and Casca said you might know why Bacaro came to this location.
Just speculation, really. Ifray's path is a sacred place, and such locations contain power if you know how to draw upon it. Bacaro is going to need all the power he can get if he wants to press his claim as the Druid King.
What do you mean?
The Stonelore Circle, at least, will never accept his claim. Not unless forced to. Not to mention the Three Alliances. Bacaro is going to need more than the regalia and his small army of knights to accomplish his ultimate goal. To rule all of Tamriel.
How's Lady Arabelle doing?
She's definitely on the mend, but she should be resting. Running after the so-called Ascendant Lord can be hazardous to her condition in a number of ways. Go after her, my friend. Keep her safe and deal with Bacaro before things get worse.
All right. Yeah, I remember coming to this place.
These plants were recently torn away. This door must have been hidden for ages.
How did Lord Bacaro know about it, though?
That's Lady Arabelle. What's she doing?
Careful, dears, and watch where you step. Now, don't be alarmed, dear, but I happen to have stepped where I shouldn't have. I suppose I owe Druid Ravana an apology. The lingering effects of the poison do seem to have made me somewhat discombobulated.
What'd you step on? Is it a landmine?
A pressure plate, I think. Some sort of trap put here who knows when and by who knows who. That can wait, though. I followed Lord Bacaro in here. He met with a group of druids. Firesong, I think. He promised them vengeance against the Stonelore.
What about Frey? Were they with them?
The nature spirit? Yes, they were here. I couldn't quite tell if they were a prisoner or not. Bacaro did say he needed them to talk to Ifray's path, whatever that means. You need to go after them, my dear.
What about you? I gotta get you off that plate.
Oh, I agree. But that's not going to be done quickly. And as long as I remain in place, we are all perfectly safe.
From what?
You go on ahead. Druid Laurel can stay here and help me disarm this insidious contraption.
All right, I'll go get Lord Bacaro and Free.
Don't move, Lady Arabelle. Let me see what I can do.
Not a muscle, dear lady. Go, my friend. Find Bacaro and Free.
Don't let them reach the ritual site!
Ascendant Knights, Firesong allies, witness the awakening.
Wrong. Bad. Do not do this.
Obey your king, Sower. The spirit here will awaken and from my You would oppose me, my friend. Don't you see? I will bring peace to Tamriel.
I'm just here to bring pieces of you to Tamriel. What to say about that, huh?
We shall start by punishing the Stonelore. Servant of Ifray, come forth. your king. Destroy the Stone Law Circle and their allies.
This is so much better than reading.
The reign of the Druid King begins here.
Come back here, Bacaro.
Kill the intruders.
Interesting. An old druidic summoning chamber. I want to examine these carvings.
Casca, you gonna kill the other one there? You had him. You had him, Casca.
Damn my clumsiness. If not for the fact that we were delayed by that trap, we could have been here to help you with that creature. Then maybe Lord Bacaro wouldn't have been able to slip away.
You could have just went after him. I handled the creature pretty easily. Yeah, Bacaro summoned his spirit to destroy the Stone Lord druids and deal with us.
I assume this was at least in part a test of sorts, to see if he could actually call forth a spirit and command it. Plus, he wanted to prove to his followers that he is worthy of the Druid King's regalia.
Where do you think Lord Bacaro went?
Somewhere he can further strengthen and consolidate his power, especially since he knows we're onto him. Druid Laurel is examining the stone carvings. Perhaps they can tell us something. Take a look and talk to her, dear.
These carvings tell an interesting story. Take a look, my friend. Examine the carvings, and I'll tell you what I think they mean. This carving shows the Druid King binding a spirit into Mount Firesong.
Okay.
This carving depicts the spirit slumbering within the volcano. See the Druid King's regalia? This carving indicates a possible future. See how the spirit awakens and the volcano erupts? It's a warning.
I always say,
Ancient
when
druids
someone gives you a warning, it's best to take heed.
Ancient druids called upon the spirits of the green at their own peril. Only the Druid King was ever able to do so safely. It's why we abandoned the practice long ago. This is where they did it. At least where some of them did it.
Well, what do you think the stone carvings are meant to tell us?
Like so much of the ancient knowledge that remains, these carvings are open to interpretation. Obviously, we can see the spirits of the green. Forces of nature in the bosom of Ifray. Then we see a spirit slumbering beneath Mount Firesong.
The way Free was slumbering before the Firesong awakened him?
Very much so. And the spirit must be extremely powerful due to how sacred Mount Firesong is. I think that's what the final carving tells us. Let the sleeping spirit lie. For generations, that's been one of the Firesong's primary purposes.
What do you think this all means?
I think Bacaro plans to call forth the spirit of Mount Firesong with the Druid King's regalia. With a spirit of that magnitude, the armies of Tamriel won't stand a chance. Go to Vastir, and tell Stefan to prepare his ships. We must go to Iphelon.
Alright.
If we're going to stop Bacaro, we're going to need help. Go to Castle Mornard and rally Count Stefan's knights. I'll make sure the rest of us are ready.
Okay.
A volcano spirit? I don't like the sound of that. Go rouse Count Stefan and we'll meet you at the Vastir docks. With Ascendant Knights and Firesong allies aiding Lord Bacaro, we'll need House Mornard's forces if we're going to storm Iphelon.
Anything more?
Lord Bacaro's going to Iphelon. There he will attempt to use the Druid King's regalia to awaken the spirit that slumbers beneath Mount Firesong. We need to warn Stefan and reach the island before that happens.
Now, we're gonna have to crown a new Druid King, right? So who do you think it's gonna be? Sir Stefan?
our troubles were over after all the death and destruction, but something worse is coming.
I feel it too, like a dark storm.
I sampled the wine. I think someone watered it down.
We're here. We're supposed to come back here, or
I really should set up another chat with the local druids. I have my
we return. So where's everyone here?
I hope you'll reconsider. This threat endangers us all.
The Gilded Blades aren't mercenaries to call on to clean up your mess, Count Stefan.
Ravana?
Can't you see that I'm eating? It isn't often I get to feast on fresh food. Go talk to the Lordling. He wants to speak to you.
Reminds me of being a kid. Being hungry wasn't so bad when you were warm.
My knights are ready, but Captain Siravain isn't convinced she wants to join us in this particular fight. But never mind that. Is Druid Laurel all right? Is the Sacred Staff safe?
Laurel's fine, but Lord Bacaro has all three regalia and free. They're gonna head to Ephion, though.
Damn it all to oblivion. At least Laurel is all right. I've assembled what knights I can spare, but we could really use Siravain and the Gilded Blades. Maybe you can convince her to help.
I'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate it. I've been banging my head against that particular wall for hours now. Remind her that if Lord Bacaro takes control of the archipelago, any safe ports she has on Galen will evaporate like a drop of water in a hot skillet.
Good point. Captain Siravain?
I can never get enough of the food you landbound eat. It's so delicious. The Lordling sent you over to convince me to help, didn't he? My answer is the same. Why should I care about your political drama?
Because Lord Bacaro has declared himself the new Druid King.
And that concerns me how, exactly? If druids want a king or not, that's their business, not mine. Sea Lord Nalos was my problem, and I took care of it. What happens on Galen next doesn't matter to me.
Well, if you... We helped you we helped you defeat Sea Lord Nalos, and you get your crew and ship back, right?
Just because our purposes aligned once doesn't mean we'll sail side by side forever, mercenary. We both wanted Nalos dead, and now he is. That was a win for both of us. I'd need a more compelling reason to risk my crew again.
Alright, then this. Lord Bacaro and his allies take control, you have no ports in these islands will be safe for you.
That is certainly something I hadn't considered. I do like the safe haven that the Lordling has provided us with. And what was that about allies? Bacaro is working with the Firesong? All right, you convinced me. My ship is yours, for now.
For now, alright.
I knew you'd come around, Siravain. Let's meet at the Vastir docks.
The more time I spend on land, the more entwined I become in the affairs of Galen. Things are a lot less complicated on the open sea.
Hey, the food's good.
Well done, friend. With Captain Siravain and the Mad Maiden beside us, we shouldn't have too much trouble getting to Ephion. We'll meet up on the Vastir docks and make our final plans there.
I knew it.
It's good to see you, dear. And is that Count Stefan? Glad House Mornard could join us, Your Excellency. Captain Zaji's ship is ready to sail. Next stop, Ifalon.
You know he's a count already, huh? Good information networks, I guess.
I don't know a lot about druids and spirits, but I do know how to fight. I'll be with you every step of the way, Five Claw. You can count on me.
Zaji?
Druid Laurel said something about fighting an angry volcano spirit. She was joking, yes?
Possibly.
Please, Walker, tell Zaji that we will not be sailing the Pounce too close to the volcano. This one would rather not see his beloved ship go up in flames.
Two druids with us today.
My particular skills lean more toward healing than battle. But I'll do whatever I can to help you stop Lord Bacaro.
Laurel?
I'm worried about Free, and what Lord Bacaro may be doing to them. The sooner we can get to Ifalon, the better as far as I'm concerned.
You'd rather sail with that puny cat on a sorry excuse for a fishing scow. Suit yourself. If it actually survives the voyage, we'll see you on Ifalon.
Is that a bit of jealousy? That's a bit of jealousy, isn't it? Unnamed Knights. You'll die first. You might die second, and you won't die at all. You're just gonna get you're gonna stub a toe and then pass out.
House Mornard and its knights are with you. We'll follow in Captain Siravain's vessel.
Like red shirts, except they're black and yellow.
Well, here we are, right in the middle of a story that might be
right in the
too
hangnail.
outrageous for even Investigator Vale to tackle. Luckily, we have you. I still can't truly believe it. Bacaro, the Ascendant Lord. Let's get aboard the skiff and go, dear.
All right, we're gonna row all the way to Ifalon. Hey, we rowed all the way there.
Come, dear. We have plans to make.
Do we? Zaji, what's your plan?
This is a nice beach, yes? Maybe Zaji should wait here. Keep the path back to the Pounce open. This one's fur is quite flammable, and there is much too much lava around for Zaji's taste.
Asuka?
This time we're going to put an end to the Ascendant Order and that traitor Lord Bacaro. Ascendant Lord is just another name for dinner, yes?
Maybe more of a lunch, right? Norl?
Even though the Firesong surrendered after Archdruid Orlaith's death, it's evident that Lord Bacaro still has the support of some of the Circle's more ardent members, not to mention his own Ascendant Knights. We need to proceed cautiously, friend.
All my seasons as a druid, and this is my first visit to Ifalon. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
Laurel, Ravana, and I talked during the voyage. If Lord Bacaro truly means to awaken the spirit of the volcano, he's going to need to do it from inside Mount Firesong. And since he knows we're coming, he'll throw everything he has in our way.
So, what do you propose?
Sleight of hand, my dear. Count Stefan and Captain Siravain landed farther up the beach. While our allies draw attention at the main entrance, you and I will follow in their wake and find another way into the mountain.
You know another entrance we can use?
Laurel wasn't sure, but she thinks she remembers a cave to the right of the main entrance. Let's search around. If nothing else presents itself, we'll see where that cave leads.
Sure. Before we go up that way, it's on board here. No one stayed with the ship, really?
The Ascendant Order's forces pulled back to the main entrance into the mountain. Siravane and her pirates went after them. We arrived before your ship and took the lead. Lady Arabelle wanted us to clear a path, and we've done what we can. We ran into a large contingent of Ascendant Knights. Siravane and the Gilded Blades chased them back to the main entrance.
I really hope that they don't make Sir Stefan the Ascendant or the Druid King. At least from a story perspective, he hasn't been with this thing the entire.
Order barnacles are cowards. They flee at the first sign of a worthy opponent.
I assumed these Ascendant Order Knights were going to provide a challenge, but they ran the moment we began to cut them down.
I'm surprised.
They did mention the Ascendant Lord, though. He's definitely inside the mountain.
Yeah, they're all dead. Yeah, the only reason I don't like Sir Stefan as the Lord, as the new Druid King, he only got introduced with Firesong. They had no teasing about him or like really character development from High Isle to this.
The spot Laurel mentioned should be just ahead. The cave Laurel suggested. It must be behind those vines.
Wooden bridge over lava mode. That seems so smart.
This tunnel cuts deep into the mountain. Hopefully it will lead us to Lord Bacaro. Firesong Druids, proceed with caution, dear.
The Druid King calls forth the spirit of the volcano. Soon, our enemies will perish in lava and flame.
Bacaro has started. We have to hurry.
Do we? There's stuff to watch here.
More active. The lava is rising.
Spits and spews with unbridled rage. The time is drawing near.
Why do I always be protected by you, huh? Well, I guess I can do kill your children. Possibly your children, we don't know. Cousins?
Look
Relatives?
over there. That's Druid Laurel's nature spirit. We have to help him.
Don't stop, my brothers and sisters! The spirit of the volcano stirs!
You okay, Free?
Keep them back while I sing.
The lava is rising. We don't have much time.
I'm not going to make it much longer.
Why? It's just a little bit of lava.
wind vortex. Step into it, and it will get you to safety, friend of Laurel. Bacaro wields the regalia. He commands the spirit to awaken, and now the volcano awakens too.
Free.
Lord Bacaro wields the Druid King's regalia with such force, I could not resist his commands. He forced me to awaken the mountain spirit, but he is not the true Druid King. Not until the three circles become one and proclaim him as such.
Mm-hmm. Are we okay? Okay, yeah, we're not messing up anymore. I wasn't expecting to get drowned in lava, but it's nice to see we got out of that okay. Wait, where's Lady Arabelle? Is she okay? Oh, that's not good. Ow. Ember, are you okay down there? Oh shit, it's rising still. Time to go.
Druid King is the correct path.
I see. We need to keep moving. I see. We don't have time to talk. We gotta keep moving. Everyone here?
Of Mount Firesong.
Oh, hi.
And I obey.
Ancient pacts broken. Ancient promises ignored. The false king must pay.
Big ol' monster.
Not by you, not by the nature spirit. Look how the very mountain obeys me. Spirit of the volcano, send your avatars to destroy my enemies.
Reactor. Defend yourself, little friend.
Spirit, do what you were summoned to do.
Get out of here with that trash.
My friend, we both want the same thing. An end to this stupid war, and something better than the Ruby Throne.
The spirit is too powerful. Once unleashed, it cannot be controlled.
Spirit of Mount Firesong, lend me your strength. Give me the power to destroy my enemies. I am Lord Bacaro, the Ascendant Lord, the Druid King. Soon, the alliances will be nothing but cinders and ash.
Join with the spirit. Now the volcano will follow its nature. It will explode.
Can we get out of here?
Over here, I will summon another wind vortex. Step into the wind before the lava consumes us.
Okay, that's a bit better.
The spirit has been restrained for too many seasons. It wants to unleash the full power of the volcano.
That doesn't sound good. The vortex again? Whee! Frog. Not here.
Ancient pacts broken. Ancient promises ignored. False king must pay.
Oh, I was just getting started.
Ancient pacts broken. Ancient promises
Shall we take them on?
ignored. The false king must pay.
No more alliances. No more ruby throne. The era of the Ivy Throne begins now.
Doesn't scare them? Nothing will.
Face the fury of
I need
Mount
energy to help
Firesong.
me. Destroy the shards and I will absorb their essence. The wind vortex is ready!
Fire of the mountain.
I need energy to help you. Destroy the shards and I will absorb their essence. The wind vortex is ready!
Ooh, that was satisfying.
You okay down there, Ember? Alright, you're good.
The mountain are one. I am the Druid King.
You are not worthy of the regalia, false king!
You're Ash now.
The spirit of Mount Firesong fled when the false king died. The volcano has no spirit to calm it now.
Oh no. Does that mean Free is gonna have to be in there?
The false king is gone, but so is the spirit of the mountain. Without a spirit to calm it, Mount Firesong's rage will continue unchecked.
There isn't any way to stop it though?
Perhaps, if the balance is restored, a new spirit must fill the void in Mount Firesong's heart. I will be that spirit.
What does that mean, Free?
It means I will calm the volcano before it destroys the archipelago. Attempt to contain most of the damage to Iphelon. But I will need your help, friend of Laurel. Friend of Free.
What do you need me to do?
Place the regalia to form a circle around me. Then command me to bind myself to the mountain. You are not the Druid King, but with the regalia and my willingness, the binding should hold. Then I will do what I can to quiet the volcano.
Well, what happens to you after that, Free? Hmm?
I will remain, but I will be different. As the seed becomes a tree, I shall become the spirit of the mountain, and I will slumber, as will Mount Firesong. Now take the crown and the gauntlet and place them around me.
Sure, Free.
Quickly, friend.
Oh.
Place the gauntlet and crown to form a ritual circle. Now free is the spirit of Mount Firesong. Now the volcano will be still. Goodbye, friend. And thank you.
Wait, I never ordered you. Oh, crap. I think Free just ordered themselves.
Where did you come from, Five Claw? You made Zachi's heart skip a beat, yes?
The volcano erupted, but except for the top of the mountain, Ephilogue is intact. I very much want to hear what happened, dear.
You just all ran off while, like, the Ascendant Lord, like, ascended?
How did you manage to calm the spirit of the mountain, my friend? And how did you contain the volcano's eruption? The damage should have been much greater. Go on. Talk to Lady Arabelle. I can't wait to hear what happened over there.
Are you sure you want to know?
Tell Lady Arabelle your story first, my friend. I can wait to hear the details.
Laurel?
I'm glad to see you, friend. But where is Free? No, talk to Lady Arabelle. Tell her what happened, and the rest of us will listen in.
Did the mountain switch you out? Is that how you got back here? Is that even possible? Ah, if only Zaji knew more about the workings of volcanoes.
Could have come with us and found out, Zaji.
I was certain we were all doomed when the volcano exploded, but no, we're all still alive. I suppose we have you to thank for that, Five Claw.
As always.
You're here and the volcano has calmed down. I guess that means you also dealt with this Lord Baccaro that everyone has been so concerned about. Good.
I got everyone back to the ship before the volcano fully erupted. But even so, I'm surprised we're all still alive. Care to enlighten us about what happened inside Mount Firesong, dear?
Sure. I defeated Lord Baccaro, but Free took the place of the mountain spirit, and they contained the eruption.
Free was able to contain all that power. They saved the archipelago, the Alliance leaders, all of us. But where's Free now? Why didn't they return with you? You said they took the place of the spirit. What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but I don't think Free's going to come back. They're part of Mount Firesong now.
Oh, poor Free. Their sacrifice saved us all. I'll remember them fondly for that.
Are they really sacrificing
and you're sure
themselves?
Lord Baccaro is defeated. Without their leader, his Ascendant Order should fade away. But what happened to the Druid King's regalia, dear?
I don't really think that Free sacrificed themselves. No, instead it's like they just agreed to like stay in a warm place and take a nap for a while. I mean, they gave us some freedom, but it's not like they're dead. Well, Free used the regalia to bind themselves to the mountain, so I think it's kind of got destroyed by the volcano and the lava.
It's just as well. As long as the Druids remain divided, they aren't ready for a new king. And I'm not sure how Emmerich and the others would react to another royal in their midst. Well, talk to our friends, dear. Then we should return to Vastir.
So the question is, they had the prophecy that either Green Scourge is coming or they were going to have a new king. Neither of those things happened. We made a new prophecy, I guess. But it doesn't seem like we had the consequences from making a new prophecy, you know?
What a season this has been, my friend. The Ascendant Order, rogue druids, a false druid king, and an ancient nature spirit. All because of a prophecy most of my people barely remember. I'm just glad you were here to help set things right.
I'm glad I was here too. Zaji?
Zaji could get used to this hero business. If
Can you?
only paid better. Oh
Nope,
well.
never will.
When you're done talking to everybody, let Zaji know and we'll sail back to Vastir.
Asuka?
I wish I could have been there with you when you took down Baccaro. I really wanted to rip into him and see what a traitor tastes like. Maybe next time, yes.
Yes. Irvin?
That's a whale of a story, mercenary. But I think I prefer having you with me than against me. So, at least for now, you have the respect of the Gilded Blades and their captain.
What happened to the Gilded Blades in your ship? Why are you here on the Perfect Bounce?
The Gilded Blades handled themselves well, as always. And when Lady Arabelle sounded the warning, we headed to the nearest ship and set sail. For me, that happened to be this one. And your spirit friend decided to stay behind? Is that true?
Yep. We chose to stay behind and contain the volcano.
That's intense. Can't say I'd have done the same, but I can respect someone willing to give up their life to save others. It isn't particularly the Sea Elf way, but still. I think I'll drink to free whenever I sail past the mountain.
I get the feeling that Saravanna is a little bit of a romantic and just can't admit it.
I'm glad you were with Free inside the mountain, my friend. I'll never forget what they did to save us all.
What did they do to save us all? Forgot. Well, is Free actually gone for good? We already know they aren't, though.
Free isn't gone, friend. They've just become something more. As a tree grows from seed to sapling to massive oak, so too has Free transformed. They're still with us, asleep in Mount Firesong, keeping us safe from the power of the volcano.
Will we ever see Free again?
Whenever you want to see Free, just look toward Mount Firesong. They're a part of it now. The spirit of the mountain. I need to tell the druids what happened here. Let them learn the last lesson the sower had to teach us. Sacrifice.
I'm sorry we couldn't figure another way to get out of this. Free shouldn't have had to sacrifice themselves to save the rest of us. I'm just glad you stopped Bakaro. Now maybe we can finally start to rebuild Galen.
Well, it was Free's choice. They made the decision and asked me to help them see it through.
All this death and destruction because Bakaro wanted to dig up some ancient Breton legacy. If I learned anything from my time with the Druids, it's that they don't need a king or a prophecy to make the world a better place. They just need to do it.
So, you don't believe in the legacy of the Bretons here?
Don't be silly, of course I do. But that legacy isn't crowns and gauntlets. It's people, born of humans and elves to become something altogether new. It's magic, druids, and knightly orders. That's the Breton legacy I believe in. It's the best of us.
Sachi could get used to this, hero.
All right. Well, I talked to you, I guess, and I guess I'm driving it. Travel.
What is it?
Return to the castle.
Did you hear? I knew it. This was all the fault of those damn druids. Well, some.
I thought our troubles were over after all the death and destruction, but something worse is coming, Feda.
It's already over.
Too, like a dark storm on the horizon.
It's already over. We fixed it. Stop.
Over here, my dear. Count Stefan and I have something for you.
Oh?
You're really making a habit out of saving the archipelago, and of aiding me. Thanks to you, we revealed Lord Bakaro as a traitor, saved the islands from an erupting volcano, and ended the threat of the false Druid King. Well done, my dear.
What about they send an order? Lady Arabelle.
Don't worry about them. Without a leader, they'll quickly fade away. Now we just need to proceed with the peace talks. We're back on track and the archipelago is safe thanks to you. Now take this. Count Stefan and I wanted you to have it.
That's the same logic that led them to take over the freaking Firesong after we defeated them. Bad. Bad. Don't do that. No. We'll take it.
We finally have a moment to think, but there's still work to do.
Galen and the entire archipelago owe you a debt, my friend. You have my thanks.